Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Nautical Neutrals Collection from Anchor Heart Lacquer. So this collection goes on pre-sale March 29th and the pre-sale will end April 5th. So these will be $10 each and you can get the set of 6 for $58. And then you can also get, if you order the set of 6, a free limited edition coordinating glitter topper as well as free shipping. So in the description box below, I will link the Anchor Heart site, I will link their Instagram page, and I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from this collection. So I do have 6 shimmery nautical neutral shades to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started. So first we have Sailor's Delight, and this is described as a muted coral with gold metallic finish, a gold micro flaky, and an orange to red shifting shimmer. So here's our first coat of Sailor's Delight. So this covers pretty well here on this first coat. It's not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a second coat. But the formula on this is really good, really smooth, very easy to apply. The gold that's in here also stands out really nicely across the base color. I like that I didn't completely lose it. So here's our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats for me. This is going to dry down decently glossy on its own. You will want a top coat for longevity purposes though. Nothing in here is going to dry textured, and nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. So there's 2 coats. So up next we have Seafarer, and this is described as an orange leaning red with gold metallic finish and a strong gold to orange shifting shimmer. And then here it is next to Sailor's Delight so you can see the difference. So here's our first coat of Seafarer. So this covers really well here on this first coat. It's not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a second coat, but again the formula is very smooth and easy to work with. The shimmer that's in this is very prominent in this one. I love this. It's got that kind of glowing quality to it, and I think it's really, really beautiful. So here's our second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. This one is going to dry down a little bit dull, so you'll want a glossy top coat for that reason. This one, nothing in here is going to dry textured, nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. So there's 2 coats. So up next we have Make Waves, and this is described as a muted teal with a silver metallic finish and a green to blue shifting shimmer. So here's our first coat of Make Waves. So again, this covers pretty well here on this first coat, but not completely opaque, so I am going to build it up with a second coat. But this one also has a really good, really smooth, easy to work with formula. All of these formulas across the board are a little bit on the thicker side, but they're that thickness where it stays right where you put it, no running or pooling or anything of that sort, no staining on anything in this collection either. So here's our second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. This one is going to dry down a little bit dull, so you will want a glossy top coat to finish this off. But nothing in here is going to dry textured, and nothing in here is going to be difficult to remove. But these larger particled shimmers can get a little bit messy if you're everywhere with your removal like I am. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Out to Sea, and this is described as a soft blue with a silver metallic finish and a green to pink shifting shimmer. And then here it is next to Make Waves, so you can see the difference there. So here's our first coat of Out to Sea. This covers really, really well here in this first coat, but not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a second coat. Again, formula is very smooth and easy to apply, a little bit on the thick side, but it's very easy to control. The shimmer that's in here stands out really nicely as well. This goes back to kind of that glowing look on the nail. This one's more of like an oceanic glow, or the last one that glowed was more like a lava. So this is completely opaque here in 2 coats. This one is going to dry down again a little bit dull, so you will want a glossy top coat to finish this off, but nothing in here is going to dry textured, nothing is going to be difficult to remove, but it does have that larger particled shimmer in it. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have the Old Port, and this is described as a milky brown with a silver metallic finish and a pink to green shifting shimmer. I would more so describe this as like a taupey mauve than a milky brown, personally. So here's our first coat of the Old Port. So this is pretty sheer here on this first coat. It is going to build up well though. Formula again is good, smooth, easy to work with, no running, pulling, staining, anything of that sort. And the shimmers that are in here, I did want to note, all of them said shifting shimmer in them. The predominant shimmer shades are the silvers and the golds that are in each of them. But those shifting shimmers will be more prominent in low lighting. So this is completely opaque here in 2 coats for me. You'll want a glossy top coat just because it dries a slight bit dull, but nothing in here is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove. So there's 2 coats. And then lastly for today we have Perfect Storm, and this is described as a soft gray with a silver metallic finish and a purple to blue shifting shimmer. So here's our first coat of the Perfect Storm. So this covers really well here on this first coat, not completely opaque, so I am going to go in for a second coat. Formula is again smooth, easy to work with, a little bit on the thicker side, but no running or pulling or staining. The shimmer that's in here stands out really nicely and it looks nice and icy on the nail. So here is our second coat, and that does cover completely in 2 coats. This one's going to dry decently glossy on its own. You will want a top coat mostly for longevity purposes, but also to protect your manicure. Nothing in here is going to dry textured or be difficult to remove, but it does have that larger particle shimmer that can make a little bit of a mess. So there is 2 coats. So my favorite of the collection is actually the Old Port. It's such a pretty dusty purple. It's not something that I feel I normally gravitate to, but the shimmer that's in here and the dusty quality of it makes it really, really beautiful to me, and it actually looks pretty flattering on my skin tone. And when I find a purple that looks good on my skin tone, I cling to it. So the Old Port is my favorite. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this collection. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye.